Hi, welcome to the podcast Ease into Clarity. I'm Dr. Divi, family doctor turned intuitive coach, and I'm here to help you. In this podcast, we will learn mental techniques, emotional techniques, and spiritual techniques to change daily problems. So maybe it's your husband, your boss, your coworker, your kids, they're driving you crazy. You can email me any of your questions and I will use all the techniques I've learned over the years and help you. Grab your hot chocolate and make sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon. Ciao. Hi, it's Dr. Divi for the podcast Ease into Clarity, and thank you for coming back. This is part 3 of that series that I've been doing called Spiritual Work and Healing in Our Thoughts. Pretty simple series, but I've spaced it out on purpose. So part 1, just to recall, was about unconditional love. Most of us have a difficulty with this idea because we don't believe unconditional love exists. We've never been exposed to it, which is why quiet meditation, just being open your mind that it could exist, is important. Unconditional love is actually the main essence of the universe. We just don't see it in our day-to-day because of what we call the ego. No big deal. But we have access to it because it's in us. Number 2, the second video, we talked about being willing to look at all the thoughts we have, not microscopically, but really not ignore the thoughts that are judgmental, not ignore the thoughts that hit cancel, clear, delete that we don't like. Look at them because that's the keys as to why things aren't working in your life. Now, step 3, that's what we're going to do today. Know that those thoughts of fear aren't real. So what does that mean? So remember we talked about last week how we only have the 2 voices inside of us. The ego's voice, which is the separated voice, and then the divine voice, which is the God's voice, universe voice, whatever one you want to call it. The unconditional love is the truth of who you are, and everything else is false. We'd love to believe that, wouldn't we? We are born of love, we die of love, and that's our truth. But along the way, we create a lot of craziness. I'm not good enough, there's something wrong with me, and so on and so forth. I remind people when they work with me, the mind cannot heal the mind. Only unconditional love can heal the mind. And a big part of my job when I teach workshops is to hold that space of unconditional love. It's an energy. It's what I do for a living. It's what I'm trained to do. To get here, you have to really lean into the universe, meditate a lot, and be connected with spirit. But we all can do it. It's just something I love to do. But I just represent that unconditional love, but the unconditional love exists around me and it transmits through me. So again, we have to realize that the unconditional love exists. And then in the last week, you start to look at what are those thoughts that you kind of ignore? Like, I hate that person. Something's wrong with me. Da, 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 da. You look at your projections. How do you heal these projections? How do you heal these guiltful thoughts that say you're not enough? The only way to do it is by bringing love to it and forgiveness. Because you're born of divine creation, you are of divine creation. That's your birth essence, and that's who you will always be. And we forget it while we're walking through the planet. But being open to that is who you are, that is your creative force, that is your life force is key. It's absolutely key. Because the divine I am that is who you are is everything. The divine I am of love is everything. And the divine I am creative part of you is the part of you that can heal the thought. So let's just say this last week, you're looking at the judgmental thoughts, and I said, look into them, ask yourself, why do you think that thought? I guarantee you one of the things you came up with this idea that you weren't enough, you didn't have enough followers, there was something wrong with you, that person's better than you, oh my God, I'm not pretty enough. Came up with all those kinds of thoughts. Go ahead and close your eyes. Those are thoughts of the ego. They're not bad. They're just not true thoughts. So I want you to imagine yourself in a beautiful place in nature. I want you to see yourself there. And I invite you to see that thought form that says that you're not beautiful enough. There's something wrong with you. You've done something wrong. I just want you to shine a light on it. I'm inviting you to send love to it. I'm inviting you to be open to that this is not who you are of your essence, even if it's running your nervous system. Just be open to that. This is not true. Find some love and light on the thought that says you're not enough. Another really phenomenal technique to do right now is forgiveness. Something like the Ho'oponopono. I love you, higher self. I'm sorry for ever thinking I was never enough. Please forgive me. Thank you. And keep repeating that. Doesn't matter what order you say the statements. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And just keep that mantra going. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. There you go. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Just do it a few more times quietly. Again, if you get the order wrong, don't worry about it. And just stay in your breath. When you shine love and light on those thoughts that are fear-based and you forgive them, that is how you heal. And the reason we need to bring spirituality, healing, and thoughts together is because we cannot heal the body or the mind or the emotions without love. But it's a belief in the unconditional love that is bigger than you, but is who you are. It's part of you. So that belief is something that our society has washed down. But the more we can anchor into that that's our truth, and see these crazy thoughts when you scroll social media, or these crazy thoughts when you look at your bank account and go, oh God, laugh. Because your truth is you are born of true divine essence. And the more you forgive those crazy thoughts that say you're not, the more you leap forward in your spirituality and your healing, and you shift your thoughts to more thoughts of the divine. I'm sending you so much love, and I'm thanking you so much for joining me. Today's podcast, Heal, Ease into Clarity. Have the best day. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me in this podcast, Ease into Clarity. It is such a joy, pleasure, and honor to be in your living room. What I would love is if you follow me on Instagram, drdivi, or go to my website, drdivi.com, or write a review. That would be even more amazing. Thank you. If you really enjoyed this podcast, feel free to share it with friends, family. Tell them to follow me, because I think the more of us that listen to the fact that each of us can start to shift, each of us can shift mental things, emotional things, spiritual shift, to shift our daily reality. When more and more of us do it, we get a better planet. We get more love. We get more happiness. We get more joy. So I'd love it if you followed. I'd love it if you shared this, because it would be such a joy and an honor. And again, if you have a question, guess what? I'm here for you. So send me an email, easeintoclarity@gmail.com. And as they come in, I will answer them in podcasts that are subsequent, whether it be your boss, your relationship, your husband, whatever. That's what I'm here for. Because the more of us that learn really simple mental techniques, really simple spiritual techniques, we change the physical reality we live in. Pretty soon we have more peace, more ease, more joy, trickling across the whole world. Remember, there's a spiritual solution for every problem. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.